Yeah, so we were driving out the village, and my partner noticed that there was somebody on the floor. It appeared to be an elderly lady. So we stopped the car and went over to check on how she was. She appeared to have quite a severe head trauma.
Oh dear, what a...
called the ambulance. We then went over and assessed the lady again, made sure that she was talking, that she was conscious, that she was responsive, and then we spoke to the ambulance service, and they said that it could be up to 2 hours or an hour, depending on what was happening with the storm. So the decision was made to put the lady into the car. We put her in and drove her there as effectively and as safely as we could, because she was starting to deteriorate. And when we got her to the hospital, then the paramedics told us that by bringing her in so quickly, it had potentially saved her life. So,
well, look, I mean, a fantastic thing to do. Did you? I mean, is it just a bit of your former training kicking in? Do you think? I mean, you guys don't mess about when there's an emergency.
Yeah, I think it's down to the training, but also it was the people that were there with us. I'd like to say that without them, it wouldn't have been possible. Everybody helped, and we were just one cog in a machine, really. We had people getting blankets. We positioned the car to shelter her from the weather. That was what my partner done. My partner then spoke to her all the way back to keep her responsive, and everybody in the whole village mucked in, and just without them, it wouldn't have been possible. So it certainly wasn't just me.
It was a real good Samaritan moment for you when you stopped, when you saw this happen. What is the advice? What do you do if somebody has a serious head injury? I mean, of course, 2 hours, we know, is just not sustainable if somebody's, especially at that age, 96. So what did you do? And obviously, it must have been difficult getting her into the car, but what were your sort of basic approaches to this situation?
The basic approach that I always have, and it's just something I've learned over the years, is you just have to see it as something that needs moving in this occasion from A to B, and try not to get too emotionally attached. I mean, I for one, get quite emotional. Even things on TV, I can watch it and cry. I'll openly admit that. But you have to just distance yourself to make it as effective as possible. But if you're not happy with what to do in a medical situation, sometimes being the person to talk to them and to reassure them and to make them know that somebody's there, that can be just as effective as giving treatment, if that's all that you're able to do.
I love the fact, John, a lot of it is that sort of common sense, and you just put it to action in the very best way. But I've got to ask you, you're somewhere in the North Sea, aren't you?
Yeah, I've just came off a night shift, actually. Usually I don't look this bad. But, yeah, I've just finished a 12-hour shift, so we're in the Norwegian sector, so it's eventful.
Is it a bit blustery out there? To say the least.
To say the least, yeah, it is a little bit blustery.